Hey guys, welcome back to Black Desert. It's your host, Awfully Ill here, and today is just pretty much going to be Drieghan's town contribution. I'm not going to do the field, that'll be in a video after this one. So let's just get straight into this. There's a lot of daily quests here. This actually gives quite a lot of CP EXP. I pretty much can gain a whole point every 3 to 4 days doing all of these. It is quite a bit, but the town itself should take you no less than like 26 minutes or so if you're really quick about it. This might be slower in the video simply because it's kind of all over the place. I think I've already filled 1 or 2 of them, but it's a prayer of forgiveness and hope. There's 2 quests that I'm unable to do, which is basically the traces of hard work and for the better meal, simply because I don't have characters in that level range of cooking from professional 1 to artisan 1. So those 2 won't be available, but if you do have characters available for that, it all spawns from the same NPC, the food vendor in Drieghan. So first off, I'm gonna just literally start at the you can either start at the northern entrance here or the western entrance, which is where all the farms are. I don't really go from there, but there's like 2 prayer quests here that have already been completed. One of them is like spawns from one of the guys over here next to this dude who gives the armadillo quest. I'm gonna quickly grab that, and generally the prayer quest would send you up to here. You can just actually hand in the prayer here. You can only take 1 prayer quest at a time and just interact with this altar and then just go back to him, and then simply just run all the way back up, and one of these 2 people here will have another one here, and you just literally talk to this thing and just go right back to this guy, and you'll have those 2 quests done. That's pretty much the 2 quests that I have already completed that I showed earlier, the forgiveness and hope, I believe. And you just go from there. So first off, I'm just gonna quickly kill these 2 armadillos because there's no point to come back up this way. However, you do start on the western side and you go through to the north. After you finish this, I would actually normally head over to Murex Farm, which is what I'm going to do in this video, because Murex Farm, there's like a bunch of easy things that you can do over there, and it's just kind of on the way, and I don't really want to backtrack that many times. Just basically trying to get this done as quick as possible. Why am I so weak? Okay, so that one's done. We'll head back there later and turn that in, but for now I'm just going to actually run off to the north here, go to Murex Farm, and then come back down that way later. Obviously, if you're a lawn doing this, it's a lot easier because you can actually just jump off the cliffs and just literally free fall, whereas other classes cannot do that. If you have a Pegasus, Drieghan is obviously a cheater's life. So when you come to Murex Farm, make sure you also have 10 purified water and 10 pieces of corn, because this guy just literally wants you to hand that in, and you get pretty much easy money for it and gathering skill EXP. I'm at artisan 8 EXP, so let's just hand that in and see how much we get. Okay, so that's done. It actually gives like about 1%, which is fine for pretty much no value of work at all. Then you just jump down that and talk to this person here and just gather some herbs and weeds around here. They only want you to take up to 10 weeds anyways, just literally just handpick these things around the person. If you also hold the dry main grass quest, there's a dry main grass quest somewhere in one of the overworld maps here. You'll see it in the next video. If you hold that quest, you can pretty much find pure straight dry main grass like right here, which will just automatic complete that from a million miles away. But I don't have that quest in my quest log, so that's just something to keep in mind if you want to bleed over to the next day, because sometimes it just makes the next day easier than the previous one. So you finish that one, and then you move across the road here, and there should be 2 more dudes over here just wanting you to do things. This one's also very simple, wants you to get some marmot meat, and over here this guy wants you to process some logs. You can get some free logs inside the town every day for just literally walking and talking to something. It really takes little to no time at all, just literally a couple seconds, and just process these logs, turn them into scantlings, hand them into this guy, get some processing EXP. And any spare logs that you might make, you can also turn it into tools for crafting for yourself. So there's a lot of benefits to just doing these things in general, just because it's also really quick and easy, and it's also very little effort, and it grows your empire quite a lot, so there's no real loss here. And you also get money out of it too, for, you know, money for little toil. Make sure you also hold an adventurer's tome while you're doing this, because those progno bars, instead of getting 10, you can get 2 extra per each. And if you just do even 5 quests, then you'll have pretty much an extra 10 bars, which is another 200,000 silver out of nowhere. So just quickly grab those marmots down there. It's not very hard at all. It's just butcher 5 of them, hand in the meat. It's just over here. Oh my god. Ah, everything feels so slow. Holy shit. Okay, so I just need that. Okay, gonna have to hand that in. There's actually a lot of... I don't know why there's so many butchering marmot quests in Drieghan, but I don't know. I guess they made those creatures just to get them killed over and over. Okay, then we hand this in here, get some more gathering EXP, and then I'm already from 2.98% to 7.5% gathering EXP to Artisan 8. That's actually a lot of gathering EXP, so something again to consider for doing these quests, because you also get CP EXP out of it. I certainly don't grind the gathering EXP that fast, but it's an alarming amount of CP EXP actually. And this is what I mean by if you have a lawn or a Pegasus, this becomes very convenient. We just turn off here and we go in here, go back to the town, hand that in, get another 10 progno silver bars. We even get EXP from that as well. The person also hands some knitting yarn, which is very useful. One of these NPCs require it. Pick up these 2 quests here from this villager. Pick up this one as well from this person here. This person next to him seems to have knowledge of shopping smarts. If you don't have it, just talk to him. Then you there's a bunch of follow around quests too. I take them as well because it's really not that long to do these. It's about as slow as walking a crate somewhere. Obviously it's just a little slightly more annoying and inconvenient to do it. Pick up this one here next to the innkeeper as well on your way out. This one gives you the basket to complete the one that we just took over there. If you have a stock of llama meat in your storage, make sure you carry that as well, because you only need 1 slice of it here. Quickly finish this one here, just take that and put it in. So that's done, 300 CP XP just like that. Take this dude that wants the crate, and then jump over here before you even go grab the crate towards the skill training dummies where there's this person here. This is the one I was talking about earlier, where you can get some free logs for like about 10 seconds of your time. Just walk up to one of these points here, repair the building, literally of like a 5-second interaction, jump back, hand it in, and that one's done. Take the logs and that'll feed it for the next day over. If you also need more logs, there's a fishing quest somewhere in Lake Flondor over here that gives you 50 logs, and you can use that to supply some more as well. You can get that through just AFK fishing overnight in Grana kind of thing. I also take the runaway soldier over there because the soldier actually runs pretty fast. He's not slow. And then we also go to Sari here. I pick up all of these quests. 2 of them are crafting, and 1 of them is just a deliver a box. This guy is also a deliver a box. I can't take any more quests right now, so we'll actually just start walking some of these around. Where does this go? This doesn't go really far. Actually, it does go quite far. Oh, yikes. Alright, so we'll just walk these crates off. Shouldn't take very long. These ones are about as slow as the follow around quest, but it's just easier because you don't have to trail an NPC and wait for the NPC if you run beyond its leash. So hand this in here and just quickly clear up some quests out of our list. That's another thing when you're doing these. You want to make sure your quest list is as clear as possible, because if you have too many quests, none of this is going to really work out very well. This kid over here wants you to hand over a Thuja Plank. Is it Thuja or is it Thuja? Anyways, he wants a plank, and one of the quests over here hands you a plank as well. I believe it's Hugo here. Hugo gives you the plank for that. You just hand him this box. I picked it up earlier. Yeah, he gives you the plank, and then you can actually just talk to the kid and just immediately hand it into him. All he wants is a plank anyways. So it'll just auto-complete. And this also gives processing skill EXP. I don't know how much, but I'm pretty sure it's going up. Pick up this one here. This one has you run out of the town later. And then afterwards, I will also grab that one earlier, that one in the basket, just to clear up the quest list because I have too many. So that one's immediately done. That basket was gained from the llama meat that we handed over earlier by the innkeeper. Then this one over here just wants knitting yarn, also gives you a plank. If you did that rock armadillo quest on the north side there where we started, that one gives you the materials for that, so that'll instantly complete. And then further on, if you go a little north of here, this quest here is also really easy to do, but I think it has some prerequisites before it unlocks for you. This one just wants you to walk up to a dude over here, just literally about 5-10 seconds away, and just talk to him, and that's it. And you get some easy 200 CP EXP. Oh my goodness. And then somewhere over here, there's somebody that has a kite as well. I don't remember where the person with the kite is. They're actually just... oh, they're over here. Just a little more to the west. So you grab this person with the kite. And then the kite is actually just right over there. So you can stand on that ledge and jump up there. You don't need to be alone for that. Any class can do that. And then that's it. Hand that in as well. And we have another 150 CP EXP. Took little to no time. The soldier is pretty far. We'll grab this dude for the crate here. And then we will move forward to where this should be. Why will the auto path not work? Please work. Okay, there we go. I've got to walk over in this direction anyways. We go and hand this into this guy here. There's a lot of box moving crate, but they're all very short distances. Very nice, very worth doing. Also restores my energy as well, and I have so much energy. We pick up the soldier here after dropping off that crate. He's not too hard to leash because he actually walks pretty fast. And you just walk down here. Walk him over here. It's actually faster than the box quest, to be honest. Wait, where'd he go? That's the only problem, is like if you lose track of the NPC and you ran too far, then you're actually slowing yourself down. You just walk up here, jump up here, and sometimes you can leash him straight in if you make him hug the wall. Otherwise, just run to this corner and wait for him to run over and talk to this guy and hand him in. He's being an idiot. There he is. Okay, there we are. Got the soldier. That's done enough. 300. Some black energy residue. Very useful for the Dragon Slayer weapons. And then finally, we start heading outwards towards the south. Get out of here. I also picked up a bunch of fishing quests. So I know I was AFK fishing throughout the night. Oh wait, I missed a box somewhere. There was a box I forgot to transport. Oops. I forgot to pick this quest up. This one I grabbed earlier and I forgot to do it. Sorry about that. And then so this one, after you do that, you just go over here, walk this box towards the outside. You're gonna have to head out this way anyways. And walk it to Hira here, hand it in. There you go. That gives 5 energy back, 150 CP EXP. I've also grabbed this quest over here. This one is fishing. You just gotta do it overnight. I had the fish done, fished overnight already. Get some energy from that. Walk over to the kid outside over here by the ponds. This one has a daily quest as well that you need to fish up another fish. And that gives 400 CP EXP. It's an extreme amount. Especially at lower CP levels, you should be getting tons of points doing these every day. But at my level, you only get about like 15 to 20% of the bar each day over. And that's how I get a lot of my CP EXP. It's not a lot of time, in my opinion, to do these. It's very quick. Especially when you just get into rhythm and routine on it every day. So you just charge through down to the south here. There's this one quest over here where this person wants you to bring a kid back. He is probably the slowest one of all the NPCs that follow you around because he takes forever to walk. There's some ways about it to make it go faster. Sometimes I do it too. I'm gonna do it on this one. This one's for the runaway Rammy. That's for one of the quests that we picked up much earlier in the video there. So I'm gonna grab this kid here, offer to play together. He walks super slow, like you can literally walk backwards and actually outrun him. One thing I do is just crouch and just hit T because he walks about this slow. It's honestly very frustrating. And drink some tea while it happens or something, or just look at my world and see what the hell I'm doing with my node network while this quest is going. And that's what I do to solve this problem rather than watch this go and facepalm the entire time. Okay, and we've made it here with the very massive slowpoke here. Holy goddamn. Literally walks about as slow as a crouched walk. So if you want to just autopath that, it takes about literally 30 seconds. It's awful. But you do get 300 CP EXP out of it and 5 yaks meat for pretty much little to no work that can be done autopath and just ultra lazy mode. Obviously I refuse to do more work than usual if I don't have to. We're closing in upon almost all the quests being done. When you head out towards the southern parts here of the farmlands, there are a number of quests out here. You should definitely pick them up. There's one here that wants you to milk a cow that this guy should offer to you. The nutrients of Duvencrune, so that's quickly pick up all 3 of the quests just nearby. There's one quest from this dude here, this guy who wants something is part of another quest on this side over here. I generally pick up all 3 of them before I start it. The other one starts from this giant over here. I already have it in my quest because I've already accepted it from the day before, and I just didn't do it this day. This one actually worth doing as well, even though the cow that you have to lure is very slow. It's still worth doing. Quickly just milk some cow. You can actually eventually stock up some milk every day if you don't actually craft every day doing this, and you also build up your network even further, so you can actually do all these things. So that one gives 15 milk on top of the one you milk the cow for. You do have to hand over 5 milk to one of them, so I've gained basically only 13 pieces of milk. I need to gather some corn as well for that quest to lure the cow that the giant gives. I think I've already done that. Then you talk to this cow, give the corn. You might as well take this crate with you as well. Now the weird part is when you have a crate with you plus something trailing you, it can bug out. I just don't know which one takes leadership in which one you can hand in first, so it's kind of weird how Black Desert's bugged out in that sense. You can't really have two NPC items handed in at the same time, so I don't know if the cow I can hand in first or the crate, but generally I walk the cow to about the rocks there, and then I just quickly walk this over here, because if you walk too far that cow's gonna stop. It moves really slow. See if this guy can actually take the crate. He won't take the crate probably because that cow is following me, so that means I'm going to hand in the cow first, and the cow goes to this NPC over here. You do all this just to save time to basically walk these things at the same time. That cow is pretty much the slowest thing that moves here, but he will give something that's worth it, I believe. It's worth it to me because it doesn't take that long to do this. Why is my nose so itchy? Alright, I'm still sick, that's why. I brought the cow, there you go. You get 10 more milk and another 300 CP EXP. And then this guy, he wants the crate, but the crate disappeared. I was too slow. Oh my god, okay. There's the time I actually did both of them. So you do have to be somewhat fast on that. Otherwise you do have to walk back like this, like me, like a fool here. I almost had it there. That icon to pick up the crate again was actually just enabled, so I was just a little too slow there. I could have just picked it up and dropped it in front of his legs again and it would have worked. It's not working. Why won't you take the crate? He wants the crate. I just put it here in front of him. It's a little buggy. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I don't understand why this guy doesn't want this box. He wants it. I know he does. There it is. So, like, the detection area is really stupid. I think it's, like, right here instead. You have to put it in front of him. If you put it at his legs, it won't register for some reason. It's very strange. So there's that. And then, while you do that, I'm not even going to lead the bride back in yet. I only lead the bride back in when I have to go back into the town. Just run over a little bit more to the... just, like, near the cows there. Take this guy who wants you to drive a wagon. It's very close by. You just turn around the corner here. Once you do this one, there's another one right by the cliff's edge, just further to the west. Alright, so we drove that wagon here. 200, another 200 in. This is far faster than any other, like, dailies that I've seen across the entire game. Then you go over to this person here. This soldier wants you to wave something, which is just on this spot over here to the side of them. And you just hand that in for another 150 or 200 CP XP. Now, over here, if you're a lawn, you can pretty much jump all the way over there. And only lawn can do this, unless you have a Pegasus and you're great at also jumping off cliffs and gliding over there. So this is pretty much like lawn cheater shortcut. If you're not a lawn, you won't be able to do this. So you can fly across from here to there, and I'm able to do that. And there's another quest over there that you have to pick up that just wants you to go back into town when you have it. So you grab this quest here, and this is back to Mother. And that's actually one of the field quests. It's not even part of the town line, but because I'm a lawn, I just fly over here and that's it. Then you can actually jump back up over here and grab onto this ledge. Sometimes it latches on, sometimes it doesn't. If you're a lawn, obviously just fly over. I need to wait for the my air sprint to cool down anyways. It's about an extra minute or so on the routine I do here, but it does give black energy residue, and as you notice, I'm almost at another CP point after 3 or 4 days of this. That's the route I take. On top of farming. And then as you're running out towards this unstoppable Yena quest, I always pick up these altar quests. So these are the other two here. There should be 2 altars here. This one's just across the water there next to them. They're all very close to an altar. So pick up that and just jump across the water here. Hand that in. There's another one just along the way here. Just quickly, it's actually up the path, so this is a little bit of a minor detour. The other one is up here, or at least I believe he was. Yeah, there he is. So this is the other one here. Just pick this up as well. Another 150, literally a few seconds time. Just literally go talk to this thing. And that's it. And then go hand that in to the same NPC that gave it to you. That's done. Then we head out towards this one here. And then we go, just jump off there. Hand this in. That's done as well. That's another 200 or 150 CP XP. They're all a minimum of 150 or 200. Unfortunately, not most of them give a lot of hunting EXP. And then you can make your way to Morning Fog Post up here as well for another fishing quest that also wants you to just catch a fish that is the exact same as one of the ones in the town here. So if you hold all 3 of those quests and you just fish overnight in Drieghan, you can get all 3 of them done. There's a 4th one that's out in the field, but you do have to get the fish knowledge before that quest even enables itself. And that one's called Fish a Stickleback. It's a blue fish. This one's catching a crow, but you do need to find a Korean loach before you can even finish this, so I'm not even going to bother with this one. In terms of taking the piled fish, it's right in front of the NPC here, and then to finish it off, put the trap over here on this rock and then interact with a crow. And if you've already caught a Korean loach, you just talk to this guy and hand it in, and that's it. But since I've already didn't pick this up overnight last night, I'm just going to leave it in my quest log for tomorrow. And that's pretty much it for that one. Then we should be able to almost have all of these complete. I'm going to run back towards an auto path for lesson from hard labor. I always forget where this one is, but it's actually just in the northern section of the town, and it's standing on its own. It's extremely easy to do this one because you just literally need to gather one piece of corn, and it gives you 20 energy back. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. And it gives them gathering skill EXP. I don't remember how much. Bad Hair Day is, as I mentioned before, it's bugged out. I don't know how this is supposed to be enabled. There's no prerequisites or anything about it, so I'm not sure how that goes about. Tool of the Master Chef I do every time it's enabled because you get a free tool of it, but you can only do it once every 3 days or so. And I need to do it on a character. You can only accept this from a character that is at Master 1 or above, and this character is not, so it won't show up on the quest list when I go interact with the NPC. So I'm going to quickly grab this for the corn. Just quickly grab this one right in front of him. That's a corn there. And 7.75, hand this in, and that gives like 0.5%, which is still decent, but it's mostly for the 20 energy, which is a lot. You do need about like 100 energy if you do plan to do the field quests because of nighttime Sherikons, but if you don't have that, that's fine. And sure enough, that's kind of pretty much it. You should have about 30 to 32 quests complete for the day when you do almost all of them. The golden recipe is a bit of a hassle to do. You just have to hold this, and I don't really actively chase this one. This one just kind of, it either gets finished on its own or it doesn't, because you have to fish randomly in these spots and just hope the fish actually appears in your inventory overnight or something, and that could be time consuming. And then finally, as we make our way back in, I grab the bride and we just walk in there and sort of finish this off. If I want to walk fairly at the same speed as she does, you can turn on walking by hitting scroll lock on your keyboard and just auto walk, and she will just walk towards with you. Obviously if you want her to run, you're gonna have to move a little bit faster than that, but I don't want to unleash her. And at the same time, this is like the kid who also moves really slow. Just auto path while you're either crouched or walking, and just manage your world while that's going on. Move things around, think about where you're gonna go next after all this kind of thing. Take a break, drink some tea, who knows. And then once this one's done, the other two are just crafting. So the other two that are crafting was more or less will coincide with the field video later on after this one. So you might want to check that one out to kind of supplement the progress to finish some of the crafting quests here. Especially for the Helix elixirs, you need that you need to actually go out there in order to get that one done. So that bride is done here. That other quest earlier that I flew over the cliffs to reach that other person is handed in here for another 300 and another 3 black energy residue. And we've pretty much completed the entire cycle inside the town for all this. So there's pretty much nothing else. Oh, I just should hand this in too. This one as well. This one was one that we grabbed way early in the video. And so that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope this helped you out. It's a bit of a slight mess, but nonetheless, it is kind of all over the place. You definitely want to start sort of in the middle of the town, or either that in the northern side or the southern side. And depending on where you're coming from, if you're coming in from Calm of Sylvia, I would actually start off at the Heap conflict zone, go through the fields a little bit, go north up to here, to the Fountain of Origin, and then work my way back down through the cliffs here to Harak's Shelter, down here to Gaex Altar, and then all the way through the farmlands, and then coming from the west side, go north, and then go through to the Murex Farms, into the Blood Wolves, into the Bronx, and then just leave the entire region and go do my other things outside of the world. If you come in from the north, it just pretty much all that in reverse. Alright guys, so thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video in the overfields of Drieghan, and until then, bye bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. God, I need to take some medicine.